Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jamie. I'm a 33-year-old zero-based cashless budgeter and stuffer. And today we're going to go ahead and cash stuff my envelopes for the 4th week of November. I do have a cat in the office, so if you hear any sounds in the background, that's her. But we have $310 that we have already budgeted out in the video for Monday. So if you haven't seen that, go ahead back and watch it. And then we're just going to go ahead, dive on into my variable expenses here. So buffer, we always skip. Crochet by Jamie is getting $5 this week. So we have $25.31 in Crochet by Jamie, which is my Etsy business. I do have, I was gonna say sales on, but like, I don't mean like things are on sale, but like sales, you can buy things from my shop. It's linked in the description below. And if you order something now, it will arrive by Christmas. So if you're looking for a homemade sweater or like hat for a loved one, you can go ahead and check that out. Gas this week is getting $60. So 50 and 60. So in gas, we currently have 51, 50, 60, 75, 177. That is huge. Groceries this week is getting 20, so that'll just be a 20, and we have 20, 35, and 40. And that truck is loud. Prescriptions is getting $5. I live near a stop sign, so you can always hear the loud trucks of my neighbors going by. So prescriptions currently has 10, 15, 20, and $25. And I do need to call my psychiatrist and get an appointment because I forgot to schedule my appointment. So in the next week or two, I'm going to hopefully be able to pick up my next set of prescriptions, which should be $10. Unless it's 20, but either way, I have enough in there. Spending this week will get 5. So we have 5, 10, 15, 17, $19 in spending. And if I can get the money in there, that will be it for my variable expenses. So moving on to my high priority binder, we got to add a lot of money here this week, which is very exciting. I mean, not a lot of money, but like the biggest chunk of the money this week is going into high priority. So car costs had $355. I did remember to erase the tracker. And this week we are adding $20. It is the 23rd I'm filming on. I thought taking out the condo would mean that she doesn't try to climb up on the desk, but I was wrong. So we're adding $20 and we should have $375 in here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 20, 40, 55, 65, 75, 375. Debt payoff this week, we are doing $10. So let's go ahead, color in the bubble first. And then we'll add the 10, and we should have 160 in here. We have 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 30, 40, 55, 160. Oh, and so my cat's meowing and there's a fire alarm going off because I also live by a firehouse. Perfect. Hopefully it's not too loud. Festivals this week we're giving 49 because we are going to be unstuffing, so we're giving it a weird amount so that it's not a weird amount after the unstuffing. So 20, 40, that's the last of my 20s. 20, 45, 47, 49. And we should have it in here 349. So we have 1, 50, 2, 20, 40, 60, 83, 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 42, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 349. Thank God I didn't mess that up. I think this was the envelope I was most likely to mess up on stuffing, so we made it past the hard part. This envelope's getting pretty thick, actually. It's already like puffing out. Can you see? Can you see? I don't know. Have I been off camera this whole time? Oh, no, I haven't. Okay, great. That would have sucked. But yeah, the envelope's already puffing out. But we're going to unstuff it, so it's going to look sad again. Gifts this week is getting 9 because we do need to do someone's stuff in here as well. And that'll be 64 for right now. So we're adding 5, 7, and 9, and we should have 64 in here. 20, 40, 55, 60, 2, and 4. And then taxes this week we're giving 15. So if you are new to my videos, I don't stuff like a ton in taxes because I normally get a really nice refund from my full-time job, my big girl job. This is just to make sure that I don't owe anything, just in case, because I have owed like a significant amount, not a significant, but like a couple $100s in the past, and that sucks to try to come up with last minute. So 10 and 15, and we should have 500 in here now. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 50, 60, 75, 85, 95, 500. Can't wait to do a condensing and condense these bills down to a single $500 placeholder. But I'll probably do that. So I looked at how many bills I have left, because this is all prop money. And I looked at how many bills I have left, and I have 13 5s left. So I think after next week, depending on what bills I like recollect from my own stuffings over the next 2 weeks, I might need to do a condensing. I didn't think I'd have to do one until like January, but you might have one in December. So we're moving now into my low priority binder. For this binder, we don't count any of the money. We don't update any of the trackers. We just throw the money in, and then we'll count it whenever we do the condensing. So Body Mods is getting $1. I was really thinking about getting like my finger tattooed today while I was door dashing, because the song that I want to get the lyric tattooed from came on. So Electronics is getting $1. Stay in there. Fitness will be getting a 5. Hair and lashes, I'm gonna pull this out so I can find my 10 spot. It's getting a 10. This is getting pretty thick too. I think there's a lot of like smaller bills in there, but it's still getting thick, which is nice to see. Shindigs and Shenanigans is getting 7. So 5 and 7 in Shindigs, which is money I spend whenever I go hang out with my friends. And travel is getting $5 this week. We are saving up for a trip to Hawaii in 2027 for my 35th birthday. So we have a little under 2 years to save up for a trip to Hawaii. So we've got a while to go, but I'm not planning on going to like the big expensive festival in 2027. So the money that I would be spending on that festival, I'm instead going to be putting in travel. Okay, so finally, we have my long-term savings, which is also very exciting because we are putting some good money into 52 cats. So let's first color in the 2 cats so they have a second to dry. So we're doing the $28 and $29 cat. And 28 plus 29 is 57. So we are stuffing $57 into this envelope. We are getting, not close, but like we're making progress on getting to the end here. So we have 55, 57. I feel like I'm close to 1,000 or maybe over 1,000. We'll find out at the next condensing, because this envelope, we also don't count the money or update the trackers, except for the Roundup Challenge. Cats, my children, their emergency fund, food fund, vet fund, whatever they need fund, is getting $3. So 2 and 3. The fire alarm's going off again. Love that for us. Home Improvement is getting a 2 this week. Medical is getting 4. So 2 and 4. 4. This is to cover my medical deductible, which is $4,000, or my max out of pocket, which is $4,000. We have a very long way to go on here as well, but slow and steady. We'll get us there eventually. Month ahead is getting a 5. So this is for getting a month ahead on all of my bills and home costs, in case something were to happen with my job. Round up this week is getting 49 cents. So, we had 71.93 and we are adding 49. So we have 72 to 42. So I am going to grab $1. We don't get to fill in any circles because each of these circles is worth $10. And we're adding a 1. So we should have $72 in here now. So we have 50, 21, and 20. What? 50, 71, 72. I don't know what happened to my brain there. Stop braining. And then finally we have Savings Challenge Saturday, which is thick. We're adding $12 in here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And we'll just stick that into the front, and then you got to come back on Saturday to see how many challenges we finish, because I have a feeling we're going to be finishing at least one. And this is thick. So I don't know if this can, oh, it can still close. All right, cool. So that is, look how thick this binder is. Oh, sorry. But we are all out of money. We are all out of envelopes. So that is going to be the end of this video. If you have made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. If you can't think of anything to say, just leave a cat emoji, because a black cat emoji, because my cat who's been trying to get my attention this entire video is a black cat. And subscribe if you're not already. And I will see you on Friday for my cash unstuffing.